What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of my career here on EA Sports PGA Tour. If you missed the last couple episodes, we are now on to the final round here for the Florida Classic at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. It is a fantasy course. It is a fantasy tournament replacing the Honda Classic, but nonetheless, we have set ourselves up in a position to go toe-to-toe with the best of the best in this game and win our first ever PGA Tour here, week 6 of season 1. We are finding ourselves in the final grouping of the day, in the lead going into a very difficult, although we're scoring low, it is still very difficult. It's still challenging out there. The course is very soft. The winds were incredibly strong yesterday. And let's see if we can't pull out our first PGA Tour win here. Again, just because it's a fantasy tournament at a fantasy course doesn't mean that, you know, I shouldn't try and take it seriously and try and jump the leaderboards. We've obviously finished second a few times. We finished in the top 10 a couple times. We've missed a cut. So anything is possible out here. And as I mentioned, we are headed to the very difficult Bay Hill for the Arnie Palmer Classic or Invitational. And then we have the Players, which if I know anything about the majors or unofficial major in this game, the tournament's going to be difficult. The course is going to be playing extremely hard. So we got to take advantage of these quote unquote easier weekends. And the AI is not going to give me any breaks. We are sitting at 19 under. Zalatoris is at 17 under. Xander Schauffele at 15 under. Do we have what it takes in our bag, in our game, to go out there and shoot a low enough score to beat these 100% difficulty AI and win this thing? Like I said, just because courses are easier to score at doesn't mean these AI are going to give me the easiest time. We have to go out there and perform. Now, something I must say right at the beginning of this video is you might notice that Xander Schauffele is not in second. A little bit of a disappointment that you only get to play alongside AI in the final round that are in the game. So Will Zalatoris is not a modeled out professional in this game, so we are stuck playing alongside Xander, and there's nothing wrong with playing alongside Xander. I love him. The guy's incredible, but it is a little bit of a misstep in this game that you have all these professionals with not even a career mode option to see them, and now we're kind of mixed up the leaderboard. I should be playing alongside Will. I should have that competition with the next best golfer on the leaderboard. But who knows, maybe Xander will start throwing some darts and see if he can't get himself into contention and then put pressure on me. So off to a very good start here. Beautiful, beautiful look down the fairway. Again, very, very lengthy par 5, so neither one of us here will be able to reach it into, as you see Xander take a very big rip, 2.54% power off, but he does find the left side of the fairway. And we'll see if we can hold these guys off. Obviously, in Riviera, we finished second for the second time on the tournament or on the tour, and we shot our best, arguably one of our best rounds in that day 4, and it still wasn't enough to hold off Tony Finau, who shot a 59. Now, you could argue that maybe it determines your current streak or what kind of birdies you're shooting or anything like that, and adjust the score of the AI, even if it doesn't make the most realistic sense. And I'm okay with that. We got to go out there and we got to perform and hold on to the lead no matter what these AI are shooting. If that means at an easy course I got to shoot a 59 to win, I got to shoot a 59 to win. It's just the nature of the beast. It's the nature of playing on extremely high difficulties and trying to scave off these guys to get a win. Now, I will say this course is very easy for the most part. There's a lot of par 5s, a lot of short par 4s. It is very scoreable. But as you can see from that swing, I'm not hitting it the best this weekend. Even though our score says it's putting that's keeping me in this tournament. I've hit some ridiculous putts this week. As you see, a beautiful shot. It is fading to the right here, but I should hold the green. Oh, he gets a nice kickback. So little long, little right. Should have a lengthy birdie putt, but I'm not playing great. Everything is fast. My tempo is all off. I mentioned that I took the weekend off to watch some hockey games, playoff hockey, and now I'm coming back into this, and I'm hitting everything at 3.6%, and that's going to bleed through. It will get a favorable kick, so beautiful, beautiful shot there, but something that I need to figure out, especially going into these difficult tournaments coming up, is my tempo. It is well off from what I normally am at. Normally our miss is 3.2%, which is still very fast. I've reached 3.6, 3.8, 4.2 I reached the other day. Oh yes, and as I said, this man is going to have to get off to a very hot start to give himself a chance at climbing the leaderboard. But we also here on hole 1, par 5, have ourselves to drain it for 4, and we will also get off to a very hot start. So a couple birdies from your featured group here, 20 under par for the tournament. If I'm looking at the leaderboard and seeing Zalatoris, who will obviously have teed off by now. There is some glitches in the leaderboard. If I know anything, it's going to take probably another 5 or 6 birdies to close this thing out. We got the chances, we got the looks. I'm hopeful that by the end of this tournament, we'll be hoisting our first ever trophy as we arrive at the very difficult par 3 second. Down the hill, tiny little bit of wind. It is soft, so I'm going to take a 4 and hope that I might add a little bit of loft here and kind of throw a high shot in there and see if that slows it down. Just add a tiny bit more loft. Still fast, so this is going to go to the right. It should still stop pretty soft. Yeah, so another great pin high, past pin high shot there. We'll at least have a chance at another birdie. 13 feet. Our boy's loving it. He's fired up. He knows what's on the line. Let's see if Xander can't follow suit here. I've seen Xander pull off some miraculous rounds in this game, and he's going to need it here if he wants to compete. So a great shot there by Xander as well. A little bit short and left, but not the end of the world. 216 yards.
Right in the middle of the green.
We're going to focus up here.
The 30-foot range here.
So Xander now with a birdie. Big sweeping left to right. You see him aim well out to the left. Oh, go in the hole.
Oh, yes. A brilliant roll.
So whether it's just something that the AI will always do if you watch them in the final round, so far he is absolutely lights out. Drains another monster slider putt. And we got this left for our birdie to match Xander through 2 holes.
That's going to wander off to the right.
I feel like based on the putting beads there, that should have slipped way more to the left than it did. Now we got an up the hill putt. So a little confused on that one. Maybe that was a little aggressive going that far outside the hole, but it looked like the putting beads were going to try and bring that back, and it didn't at all. So, and now this is where things, as a human-controlled player, that things start creeping in. You miss one birdie on a very scoreable hole or course, and these guys come out and they don't miss. The AI do not miss in this game. So this will take absolutely everything to close this out down the stretch. Playing alongside Xander Schauffele here, we'll just see what he can do. Another big rip. So he's playing extremely well here early in this round. Another big drive there. So 300 yards on the dot. He'll have 162 into the flag. We're going to pull out a little bit of a bit of a shot shape here. Got to move my mouse because it's affecting my shot type here. Got a big old drive right off the rip here. Absolutely sent that one a mile.
No issues here. That is
but
into the
we got
fairway.
outdrove by Xander, so we will have to play our shot first and see if we can attack this pin a little bit. Put some pressure on Xander to maybe make a miss. Still a smidge fast, so still have not been absolutely lights out like we have one spin in a couple tournaments ago at Genesis. I felt like at Riviera everything was firing on all cylinders. Our putting was good. Our wedge shots were the best thing that I've seen out of my game in this game. And as you see, Xander may have clubbed up one too many. He has ripped this past the hole. It does land soft, so not quite pin high, a little bit past. He will have a putt coming back down the hill. I think this is going to move quite a bit left to right. Maybe not as much. He barely takes it inside the left cup.
Slightly downhill with just a slight move from left to right.
Well, we might have ourselves another very, very difficult day as Xander at that point has dropped that to get 2 behind us. This is up the hill, very, very little break. You saw Xander, so it is a much more flat surface than I potentially anticipated, leaving it at this part. But we go up the hill left to right. We will also drain a birdie, get ourselves to 21 under par, and at least take off some of that rampant torrent 303 pace that Xander Schauffele's got going here. Zalatoris also birdieing 1, so I think his scorecard is a little off. Unless it threw me in the second group and him in the first. Again, not a big fan of how they do it if the professional's not in the game. Unrealistic when they're trying to be super realistic. A little bit of a weird situation there as you see Xander with a huge rip at the very difficult par 3. And I've hit that same spot 3 times this week and not gotten the kick that he just got. So maybe with the driver, that was the smart play. We clubbed down here before and did not make it on the putting surface. So probably going to try and do something similar, a little bit of a movement shot here, take a little bit off the swing. Perfect tempo. I'll tell you what, that is a very good shot if it goes. It does not go. So I have been, I believe, 0 for 4 on getting it on this surface in one this week. And now we've set ourselves up for another pitch shot. Thankfully, as you can see, no putting beads, which means very flat, very straight. Still don't understand how that comes swirling out to the left. I guess my thumbstick did drift a little bit, but
that's not all that bad.
Miss it, misplay, not the best position. Xander now on a very flat surface, tiny bit left to right, up the hill. Oh, he just pushes it to the right. Does it come back for him? So finally, his birdie streak ends at 3 through 4 holes. He'll have a tap-in par, no problem. Up the hill, slight, tiny bit left to right, not much, not even worth putting the break in. And we will drain a much-needed par putt on the second par 3 of the day. So very, very challenging front 9 here. You would think with 4 par 5s you'd have more opportunities, but they are all over 600 yards. They're very difficult. Basically cannot make it on 2 on any of them.
Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4.
Par 5, second of the day coming up.
On to that 3-shot lead.
Yeah, so still doing what we need to do. Zalatoris now through a couple. Has also not birdied very much.
Par 5, and it's a good one. 635 yards.
Yeah, very, very long hole here. Xander with the honors still.
5, the 635-yard fifth. Short hitters do not have to worry about the swamp on the left, but it may come into play for long hitters trying to get home in two. See what he does here. Right side is your friend. So he takes it to the left side. So again, 635 yards, you're not going to be able to get it in 2, but that does leave, we were there yesterday, and that does leave a very difficult shot to even try and attempt it to get around the corner. So he's going to need the best of his shot shaping abilities there, as we will take a little bit of a draw around the right side of this fairway, because leaving ourselves where we did yesterday makes it incredibly difficult for the second shot. And just miss hit after miss hit today. So thankfully the course is scoreable, and we've been making some good plays with our putter. Perfect plays with our putter. As I'm going to try and hoist this one way up over the tree. It might be a little bit of a risky play, but I think if we make good contact, we should be able to land it soft and get it just by those bunkers. Take a full swing. Oh, the fast tempo is just absolutely destroying everything I'm trying to do. And I don't even know if that's going to be an easy shot in. We are right by that tree. We might be far enough to the right where that tree does not impede our third shot, but here we go. This is what I was talking about. 300 yards, a second to the par 5.
So he's going straight at it. He does get it through. Probably not the choice I would have gone, to be honest with you.
Say he's dominated the par 5
but
to this point.
He gives himself a very clear look into this, just way back, 198 yards.
Choose your own strategy. It's a 3-shot hole. There's a lot of different
ways
ways
to
try and reach
can
this
muster
par
up.
5 and 3 shots. Still, the third
Trying that
shot
big
is gonna have
sweeping
to
shot
get on the
again.
bump.
It's got to go quite hard to get up that hill. Tell you what, that's a pretty damn good effort from that far back. Pretty much pace was the best he probably could have hit it. Just didn't end up quite to the left side of that upper tier. So we thankfully are well far enough outside of that tree where we should not be affected too much. We'll club down 9-iron. It's only a couple feet uphill. Still fast. I can't believe how bad I'm hitting the ball this week. Yeah, I'm still in the lead of the tournament. Wow. Not dialed at all, but we are inside Shoffley somehow, and we have ourselves a off the fringe putt for birdie.
Might move gently to his right as it works back.
Apologize if I sound a little bit more nasally or congested than I usually am. Oh my goodness. I've got some bad allergies with the way the weather has been. It's just, I don't know if anybody else is like that, but when the weather changes every single day to something new, from hot to cold to rainy to snowy to hot, my allergies just can't figure out what the hell they want to do. Oh, I pushed it to the right at the very end. You can see that tiny little flick to the right. Yeah, I've been medicined up with allergy medicine. It's tough. It's tough out there for me right now. But
yeah, that's good.
In game, we are kind of mediocre right now. It might be enough, ladies and gentlemen. There are some very scoreable holes on this course. We have a chance to do it. It's just going to be very tough from now on. Xander easily taps in.
Finished off.
In match play, that would have been a gimme for sure.
And he'll remain right where he is.
Thankfully, Zalatoris also isn't really putting too much pressure on me. We still have that 3-shot cushion. So playing mundane isn't bad for now. But coming down the stretch, we're gonna have to dial. Even if I win or lose, don't care what the outcome is. I do, but for this point, I don't care what the outcome is. Going into a course like Bay Hill is going to require so many more better shots than what I'm putting on right now that I need to take it, because I'm probably going to record it right after this. I need to get dialed in with these shots, because Bay Hill will take absolutely no prisoners. Oh, as we say that, we crush an absolute bomb with perfect tempo right down the right side of the fairway. Land soft as everything is in this course.
That's going to wind up safely in the fairway.
I will say there's been times where pressure's got to me in this game, and it's, again, you might be thinking it's a freaking video game. I mean, when you're still playing a game, you still have to be able to hit good shots. As I hit my second straight perfect. So this, oh wow, I may not have gauged the distance. So okay shot, I perfect tempo. That's a positive. Probably needed one more club, but I felt I didn't feel the pressure at Genesis at Riviera. I felt like I was just so excited to be in contention at that tournament, and then seeing what Tony Finau was able to do was just really cool, and a beautiful shot by Xander here. That I was able to keep my composure and kind of just go down the stretch, making some birdies to try and give myself a chance, and just fell short compared to the 59. But at Pebble Beach, with potential to win the whole thing, I did feel beautiful putt there. Beautiful birdie putt. I did feel some pressure at Pebble Beach, and it's like one little tiny mishit on that thumbstick, one tiny little slip of the thumb, and at Pebble Beach, you're in the water. Here, fairway is everything. If you're not on the fairway, it's so hard to bend it around the breaks and the natural bunkers and everything they have. As Xander drops his birdie at the 6th.
Definitely not say no to that.
Right now, I'm in an okay spot. I'm still 3 up on Xander. The good news playing alongside him now is I can see what he's shooting. I can see if I need to, go after certain things or just keep playing our game. But still has the honor after all this time. He has 4 under for the day. It's another big shot to the right here, right side of the fairway. He's carrying the ball a long way today. He's carrying the ball 290 to 300 almost every single drive. So let's try and follow suit. See if we can't get one down either the center of the fairway or the right side as well. Our 3rd straight perfect shot. So tempo, as I said, we need to start getting dialed in. All of a sudden it's dialed in. Hopefully it doesn't change too drastically, but beautiful shot there. Big ways down there. I'm actually gonna club down quite a bit and give myself a little bit more of a full, horrible backswing, but very good tempo again to make up for it. Yeah, good shot there. Give ourselves lots of green to work with. Give ourselves pretty much a full straight wedge shot. Nothing crazy about it. And see if we can't squeak it on there. I don't think Xander's going to be able to get it there in 2. 296. He does have the power driver off the deck. Takes a cut at it. 6.1% off. Unfortunately, by taking off that much of his power, it will not make it onto the green. Nope. So it ends up short. If he didn't take that off, it may have actually skid through. So potentially a positional play by Xander. Here we go. This is where we won so many holes at Riviera. This one seems to be good. It's going to roll back, I think. It hits the flag. Literally the worst thing that could happen. Oh, no. And we're almost back to our feet. Oh, that is the worst thing that could have happened at a time like that. It was gonna snap back. It had so much backspin on it, but that's actually the worst thing that could have possibly happened. As you see, our pitch mark literally landed 2 inches before the cup, bounced up once, hit the flagstick with so much backspin that now we're not even on the frickin' green. Oh no. Okay, we really gotta dial this in. A bogey is bad here. Par 5. A good pitch shot. It does land pretty soft. Hopefully I fixed my ball markers there. There's now 2 of them all around that flag stick. I've not fixed them yet. Oh, that hurts when you hit the flag stick after such a good shot, and it adds so much speed. Oh, so just leaving everything a little short here from Xander. But for us, I mean, this is imperative. I'm not going to change the speed, even though it's downhill, because I think it's pretty straight. Left side, hit the cup, go in. Do not do anything more or anything less.
Yep, well done.
All right. Not my favorite 5 in the world, but after that flag stick shot that just rolled back to the front of the green 30 yards, we got to take what we got to get. We got to take what we can get there.
That one finished off.
So good part there by Xander. He will keep honors somehow through 7 holes. Oh, that could have been so good, and it was almost so bad.
We arrive now at the 203-yard par 3 8th. Tricky little hole.
Here we go. The big sweeping over the tree shot that I was talking about. Very, very crucial tournaments. Won or lost at par 3s like this. Xander's doing his smart thing and aiming it way right. Gets it to peel around the corner. This looks like it could be really good. Oh, man. That is, I'll tell you, that is a world-class shot from a world-class golfer.
Solid shot. And
yeah, 20 feet to the pin there. Beautiful, beautiful shot. Hoping to have something remotely similar to Xander there, as I'll try a similar thing. Maybe not as aimed as far right, because we're just going to play a standard draw. I've hit it a little fast, which means it's going to, yeah, it's just could have been really good and just flared it with the fast tempo. So at a time where I really, really needed to be precise with the tempo, we were fast again. Pick shot here. Hits it cleanly. And that's where we've gained some strokes either back or saved from losing strokes, and that is a absolutely phenomenal pick shot out of the bunker. Leaves herself with about 2 feet there for par. See if Xander can drain a birdie. Wow, just misreading it by legitimately 2 inches every single time. That could have been 3 more really good birdies, and it's just inched past the hole.
Okay,
yeah, another good par there. Keeping the scorecard clean. That's what you got to do to win tournaments.
Right where he is.
We are still in the lead. This for Xander to remain at 19 under, stay in second place. We'll have a check-in at the leaderboard to see if Will Zalatoris has put any pressure on him.
And he'll remain right where he is.
So no movement on the leaderboard there. 19 under from Xander, and actually I'm not sure if Zalatoris had that 19 under before. He may have just birdied. So as we finish up the front 9 here with a monster 621 par 5, again, into is very unlikely unless you have the wind with you and you get a monster kick off the fairway. But with soft conditions, Xander rips yet another driver. So probably the better of the driving performances that I'm accustomed to seeing in terms of power, swing type, just all in all execution. Normally you see them flare it or you see some power taken off. He has done a very good job with this driver today. We're going to have a big old rip at this just to even get it close to where he did. 300-yard drive in wind against is very, very good for Xander. We've taken a big chunk out of this one too, so not quite as far. You can see his ball just up in the distance there. So
definitely there.
Very, very interesting to see him carry that 300 yards. That's impressive. We even took some extra power on that. And same thing, hybrid shot. Land it just past the 100. Have about an 80 to 90 yard shot in would be absolutely ideal. Fast again, but with the wind into us, that shouldn't be a big deal. On the right side of the fairway, which is good. Sorry, the correct. We're on the left side of the fairway, which is the correct side of the fairway, not the right side. Xander clubbing down. He knows he can't get it there. Probably looking to put this similar to where we just put it. I'll tell you what. He is striping these. Absolutely striping them right now. Is 102 to the flag stick. Let's see if he can dial this in, get himself a birdie on 9 before we make the turn.
Get it on the green with this.
But a beautiful conclusion to this first leg of the Florida swing. And out here competing with the best of them. Still in a position to win our first tournament. And anything can happen on the back 9. I think that's the most important thing to remember is there is water, there is opportunities to lose it. So keep my focus intact.
Hoist one way up in the air. This has got to go because this will probably snap back. A little bit of an underswing there. Pretty much touching the coin
Golf, you know, you've heard the term
of
mulligan.
Xander,
Love that to do
which
over
is an
there,
illegal
wouldn't you?
coin
I mean, that's just,
placement
that's
this
very
early,
poor
but that's
from that
okay.
range.
Aim just to the right of it, up the hill. It is almost a dead straight putt. Beautiful birdie to end things here at 4 under par through 9 at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club.
Look here at
We are now in a very, very
And this is
strong
a putt you should
position
make 7 out
to
of
go
10
out on the back
times.
9,
Looks
hoist
to
our
be
first
dead
ever
straight,
trophy. We
nothing to
can't
push
get
it
too ahead
offline.
of ourselves, hole by hole. Xander just pushed that one. I don't even think he played any break in it.
He was about ready to walk
I think
in.
that just was a
That
straight
looked
push
on
off the
target the whole way.
flat club going up that hill. So no 20 under going into the back 9. He's gonna have to have.
Well, that'll wind up a par, and
He's
we'll keep
in
him
his
at
mind. He's
4
thinking
under.
I got to mess up and he's got to play perfect in order for him to have a shot at this whole thing. As we take a look at the leaderboard, 4 under is a beautiful
We
score
begin the
there. It's
inward 9
exactly
at the
what we set up to do.
Wetlands
It's
with
exactly
the
what we were
lengthy
hoping
par
for.
310,
We finally
286 yards,
finally
3
pull
bunkers
honors
protecting
away
the
from
front of the
Xander
green, and
into
anything
what is
long or
arguably
left
my least
has a
favorite,
chance
most
to be
difficult
wet.
hole on this. It's just such a hard 240 downhill. But if you club down too much, you're playing off the green, which won't end up great. I've cleared the bunker this time. I was going to say favorable kick, but I think I hit the slope. And that's not going to be an easy shot coming back.
And that one
So,
not on the green.
I don't
but
want
not
to say a
terrible
mistake,
spot either.
just the
Setting up
wrong
in the
spot
short
to
grass.
leave it. That's just 240, man. 246. That is so difficult to leave anything with a long metal or a long iron. It is so hard to hit the screen. And I think he's going to play another big sweeping ball flight left to right. Hit it perfect again. Go right for him. Gets the soft bounce that we were looking for. Unfortunately, we hit the hill, and even that needs to slow down. So pretty dang good shot there by Xander.
Okay, fortunate there. That
Definitely
ball
has a
hops onto
chance.
the green.
Very
He'll be
makeable
left
chance
with
for a
that
birdie.
For his birdie.
For us, I think we're going to just try a flop shot, land this soft. All I care about now is par. Especially if Xander makes that. You do not want a two-shot swing on this hole. So there you go.
Good
Beautiful,
chance to
beautiful.
save par
Exactly
for
how
that
we drew it
beautiful
up.
flop shot.
About
Looked
3
in
feet
trouble
left
there
there,
at one
just
stage.
under 3 feet for a par. And let's see if any momentum can start for Xander on this back 9. And same as all of his other putts,
Pace
just
was okay,
missing
but
it
that needed to
ever
be
so
started a
slightly on
bit
the low
further out
side.
to the right.
And that is remarkable to see, because if you include that one was probably the farthest away that he's been
So
when he's
that's
missed them.
for par
But if you
to
include
start
that
this
plus the other
backside.
3, he could be
This
tied
will
with
stay
me.
a
4 under par
four-shot
is not that
advantage with
unheard of
time
for
run
how
out
he's been putting
for the
today.
rest of the field.
It could very well be in his favor. And right now we're just breathing a sigh of relief. What in the world was that, Xander Schauffele? What did I just see?
Okay, that one in for a bogey here at 10. But the lead,
Wow.
still comfortable
A
here at 4 shots.
What? 7-8-inch putt. He aims way out left and has dropped the
Par 4
shot
11,
at the
Frank, we're looking
par
at
3 10th
443 yards.
and has
Yeah, the
lost
Wetlands golf
sole
course is a
possession
really
of
good
second
driving
place.
course. This is another example here.
And is now in third behind Will Zalatoris. That is just a straight up whiff miss by the AI. Plain and simple. There's no excuse for what just happened there.
A little bit off the fairway. Then you start to see why those bunkers are put there.
Big old tee shot here, right down the middle, left side of the fairway.
Yeah, that's a nice
Little
swing,
bit
and
of
the result
performance issues coming in,
is
so
gonna be a
again,
tee shot that is set
We
up
just got to bear
just
with it
fine.
until they release that patch. It's any time you see yourself set up and then the setup animation happens again, you will get that lag. For whatever reason that was introduced to this patch, hopefully they find a way to fix that, because it is rather annoying and just looks bad. But here we go. Big swing out here from Xander. He's been driving the ball very, very well. Gets to
Yeah,
that right
that's
side of the
tee
fairway
shot
that he
right
was
there.
probably
That
looking
little
for.
extra run out.
Nearly rolls out
That's
to
where you
300
wanna be.
yards.
From the fairway, Noda, this is second.
158 yards left to the hole. Coming off a bogey on the previous
Very, very
hole.
beautiful,
Gotta get it
clear
back here.
course. Again, fantasy, complete fantasy. But the way they've designed it, it makes it look real. It takes the
the Florida Everglade looking feel inside the, like, not quite swamps, but Everglades, if you're familiar with that.
Second shot forthcoming from the left side.
So here's another predicament. I think I got to go for finesse, land it just past the flagstick, try and stop it. I don't think it'll roll up the hill because we're kind of coming away from a hill where that pin placement is. I didn't hit it the best. I did what I wanted and got it past the flagstick. And for another hole, I've landed it almost identical to where Xander's coin is. So it's one thing I wish games did in general, and I think 2K is the same way. Is if you play with an AI, their ball marker is always, or their ball is always marked with a ball. I would love, what a putt. Absolute beautiful putt from Xander Schauffele to get one back. And we saw the movement on that.
And if he can close this out,
big old movement.
Third victory on the
But what I was saying is I would love a game where ball physics and crashes, like all the other mini game putting simulators out there, would be so funny and fun. So
got it there, but
wrong attack angle from that one, and where we finally separate ourselves from the pack, and God honors, we are just very sluggishly getting through this last round, and we have now relinquished our honors back to Xander Schauffele here to head to a par 5, shorter par 5, I might add.
Wide fairway with no real trouble off the tee.
Let's see what Xander can do here. He's gonna need to keep the pedal down. Yeah, another big rip. That's going a little bit more left than he probably wanted to, but
it all looks so
actually that fairway's like 100 yards wide. I don't even think you could really miss it if you even if you wanted to. Left side is probably actually better based on the flag. If you go right side, you take off a lot of distance, which is what I'm going to try and do, is just go down right side. It's trying to come back to the right side. So we should have a shorter distance to the flag stick than Xander. But he might be at a better angle to the pin. Yeah, as you can see, he's on this left side, downhill, 276. I mean, with the way he's been hitting the ball this weekend, I feel like he could probably get it there. But will the AI, 1, even go for it? And 2, if they do, will they be able to execute the 100% power? He is sticking with, no, he clubbed down to a fairway wood, or fairway hybrid. He's hit it hard on the button. Wow. That is a wonderful shot. Wonderful shot into this par 5. To be 276, yes, he has downhill. Yes, he has a little bit of wind.
Yeah,
but to get to 15 feet, yeah, big fist bump. To get to 15 feet from where he was is a masterclass shot by Xander Schauffele. And now we're going to club down as well and try and just do the same exact thing we just saw. Oh, I've overcooked it. Oh, my tempo is so bad right now, guys. I'm feeling the struggle of getting back into a game after not playing it for a few days. But that's okay. That is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that shot. We've given ourselves a chance to flop this one close and get a birdie. A birdie is pretty much a must, and that is not a great swing there. Left it well short. A little bit of a fist bump. Thankfully, our putting's been good. But if Xander sinks this, he's sitting at 21 under par with myself coming back for, what, a 10-footer there for birdie? And he has made that putt. Oh, my gosh.
Boy, the pace was perfect. He just didn't quite want to go down.
That thing just absolutely snapped on him at the end. That was a perfectly judged putt, in my opinion. And now we need to take that into consideration coming down the hill here.
Needs to slow a bit. Okay, that's still going to be a good
oh man, I suck at reading putts. When the greens are slow, that's a weakness for me when greens are slow. I like
no missteps there. It is a par here at 12.
Uphill putts are fooling me. There's no excuse for making a par there. No excuse for making a par there. That is an opportunity to remain 3 up and keep everything in my power, and now we've kind of relinquished some of that power to a very gifted golfer who is continuously putting on a show. And now you saw Sam Burns pass Will Zalatoris, so there's some guys coming up swinging. We got to stay focused. We have, what, 6 holes left. It is still still in a very good position.
out there you get it. So for the longer hitters,
They are
this
doing
hole
what they
actually
can
plays
to
relatively
keep
easy. For the shorter hitters in that narrow
putting
area,
any
really
sort of
you'll
pressure
lift
on
your
me, and
second shot,
I
you
gotta
just
admit,
might have
I'm
to
starting to
bisect the
feel,
two front
I'm starting to
greenside
feel like
bunkers.
I've lost my game a little bit, but still in a great spot. So come on, let's get some of this. Let's get some of this mojo back. Great tee ball there. Tiny bit of an underswing, but perfect tempo. We'll sail it past Xander's ball. So a big drive coming out of us now. Nearly 300 yards in a very soft wetlands course.
Now Noda his second from the fairway.
See what Xander can do.
152 to the hole. Swinging it great today. Would not surprise me if he stuck it close.
That's a great shot, Xander. Wow. So a little bit right,
That's a
but
good
again,
shot.
he's made
And
anything
more
inside
importantly, too,
15
a green
feet
in
look easy.
regulation,
So
birdie chance.
we're going to finesse, absolutely finesse a P-wedge. Full swing P-wedge. Need to land this one just on the front of the green. Slow tempo. That needs to now
This is
go.
straight at it. It's a really
Come on,
good line.
good bounce. Yeah, I'll take that every day of the week. 8 feet, 11 inches to get our first birdie on the back nine. The crowd is now finally starting to get on our side. You heard the ruckus when that one landed. Oh my gosh, he has barely missed all of these putts. This guy could easily be birdie a hole right now.
Just hit it.
A
You heard him.
straightforward look here for birdie. Confidently.
There we
done
go. First
That's
birdie
it
on the
for
back
birdie
nine.
here at
5 under for the
13.
day. 24 under for the tournament.
rest of the
We have
field
put ourselves back
squarely
into
in
that
the
stranglehold
rearview
on the
mirror
tournament.
now. This is up to a 5-shot lead.
Let's go, baby. Yeah, good par putt there. I shouldn't have to say that for a 4-inch putt, but he's already missed one of those, so a good confident stroke there, not taking some crazy angle into it.
Good par 3 here at the 14.
All right, here we go.
It's a little bit more than 200 yards, Frank. And there's a bunker short, so you've got to fly that coming in there. And if you do miss time one, that's when that body of water to the right really comes into play. Typical Floridian golf, but
Not confident with a
high-flying,
5-iron, but we'll
soft
see what we
landing
can do.
once again is the goal.
It's a little flared out to the right, a little bit more than I wanted. Come on. All right, that's a great shot. Pin high,
Safety
14
aboard,
feet.
In high, right of the flag, and a
We're
chance
starting to
at
get near
birdie
that
upcoming.
stretch where it's just if we par out, we got ourselves a good chance. But we got to see what guys like Xander and Sam are gonna do. It's pretty good too. A little different angle. Yeah, I mean, kind of
That
making
one
wetlands look
safely
easy
on
right
the
now.
putting surface.
Everything is just so calculated for
Here
him.
we go. This one
Probably
for
not
birdie.
as close as he would have liked, but another up the hill, right to left putt. He's been making, like I said, every single one, even the ones he doesn't make, he's made look easy. And do I expect anything
Yeah,
else?
that's good putt.
No.
A
At this
birdie
point in
here
the
at
tournament, I am
noon.
not expecting him to make
This is a
or to miss too
3-shot
many
lead
from
now
that far
with
out.
Just 4 holes left to play.
Now we got a right to left putt. I don't think it's going to break as much as I think because I keep thinking it's going to break more. Down the hill, right to left. Come on, Mike. Let's shut any hope that he has. Wow. Not only was that quick, that had so much more movement on it than I thought. Now we got an up the hill left to right. But make no mistake,
Good putt.
clean
And par
scorecards
here
will
at
win
14.
tournaments.
And the lead's
It's
gonna
just
stay at
facts.
3.
But now we got everybody screaming down or up the leaderboard at us. 20 under par for Sam Burns, 21 under par for Xander Schauffele. We've only had honors in this round maybe twice in the entire day.
Bunkers, 2 on the left side and 1 short right, but
Another great swing there.
fortune
Very
favours the
interesting
brave.
that he took
At least
out an
that's what I was
iron.
told.
I mean, I know that tree kind of comes into play, but to carry that 182 and have 400 yards left is very questionable on a par 5 when you could just play a big sweeping fade or draw around that tree. That's a question. If anybody is still watching at this point, come on, go right. Can anybody
gotta be
tell
up the
me if a
left-hand
fade
side.
and a draw is called the opposite if you're the opposite hand? Like for me, a draw is left to right and a fade is right to left because I'm a left-hander. Is that the same for a righty? I guess it is. Is it? Or is it the opposite? I don't know why. I've played this game enough and I've watched enough golf. I should know that. But for some reason, I feel like it's the opposite. Like if I'm doing a draw, is that a fade?
Because the way I've always done it is it's like fade away from the body. Like if it comes back across your body,
He knows he can't get home.
I don't know. I might be stupid. That's just something I heard when I was a kid and it kind of stuck with me. But I've always tried paying attention as a lefty, not a righty. So I don't know. Kind of came off a little fast and it's just bleeding that right. Jump over the bunker. Okay, it's going to actually be on. I don't even know if I want that on the green. That is going to be, what, a 100-foot putt? 113 feet.
Really good shot.
We'll take the under green in regulation every day of the week, but that is a very difficult eagle putt, excuse me, coming up. So we'll see if Xander can stick this one close to put the pressure on. He loves playing these shot shapes right to left. He's hit an absolute dart again. Pin high is the name of the game for Xander Schauffele. He is now 11 feet from another birdie. As you see, my caddy and I having a look over this one.
This an extremely long look at eagle.
Okay. So we know it's going to be playing long. Maybe a smidge to the left. Maybe. I'm just going to hit this one and see what happens. Hit it straight with some pace. Underswung that one a little bit, but that might still be okay. It's got to go. There's no way. Wow, that underswing needed to not happen, and then I need to add some more.
That comes up that short.
Yeah, it's short, but I mean, it's still a straight putt up the hill for a birdie. So, if anything, I like my putt better than Xander's. We know he's been making absolutely everything. However, but he's also been doing that. He's been doing that all day. That is the miss that Xander's been dealing with all day. And now we got a straight up the hill putt to extend our lead and really give ourselves a great chance with 3 holes left
It's a birdie here at
to
15.
finish this thing out and get our first ever PGA Tour win. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video up to this point. Stay tuned. 3 holes remain. Let's see if we can't capture our first title of the season going into very difficult tournaments. This would be a massive boost of confidence. This would propel us up the FedEx Cup points to probably first place. Remember, we finished second twice. We've had another couple top 10s. We have started our season off to absolute perfection. And now on a Sunday at the Florida Championship, a place I love playing at, we have a chance to absolutely do the unthinkable and win on week 6.
Right along. Another good tee shot right there.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun. And like, this is exactly what I said. Easier course, easier conditions. You guys might argue that this game is easy. Just wait. But it's not like anything is easy when these guys are draining birdie putt after birdie putt and climbing the leaderboard right behind you. And you can't disagree with that because Xander Schauffele has missed 4 or 5 more birdie putts by an inch. If he drains those, he's in the lead. And I'm playing bogey-free golf.
This one's starting a little bit right.
So,
well, you can't
probably the least historic or like
right there.
Bucket list tournament to win that I could have a chance at winning. Again, it's not over. Still 3 holes, including this. But to have your name on the PGA Tour leaderboard as a winner this early is immaculate. It'd be amazing.
And that ball,
but that's another pin high shot for Xander, just a little bit left.
That near to the flag, but still.
He should have a pretty straightforward up the hill putt. I'm gonna club down and try and get this one really close, and try and take all hopes away from Xander going into the last 2 holes. I've kind of flared this one out to the right. It does need to go. It shouldn't land. Okay, it did land soft. I was afraid it was just going to rip back, but that wasn't.
And
that was a pretty good shot.
The main thing, but from that distance,
here we go. Xander Schauffele, 26 feet out for another birdie.
4 or 5 foot.
I don't think it's going to break this much, but I've been wrong about him a lot. So, yeah, it may have been the right line if he gave it pace. He just didn't give it pace. Now, for us,
tough one right here, Frank.
This is coming down the hill, right to left.
Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Yeah, that's good putt. A birdie here at 1. And with that, his score moves to 26 under par.
Why take any prisoners at this point? Why not just keep draining the putts making the birdies,
Here at 16.
and just go out with an absolute bang. We've played so well up in this point. As Sam Burns is now coming for that second place. He is now 5 back from us. Birdie's another one. We have one more difficult par 3. We have one more attackable par 4. And ladies and gentlemen, we are moments, I repeat, moments away from getting our very first PGA Tour win. It's not going to be easy. This is tough. I got to play this nearly right on the edge of that, and because of the underswing, it's just going to stay out to the right, but it will be safely aboard. If anything, it needs to stop. Okay. So unlike the conditions yesterday where we had the 12-mile-per-hour wind into our face,
in the short grass.
this one we kind of misplay the tempo a little bit, and we find ourselves at the backside of the hole off the green. Xander with a big shot is going to clip those trees and find himself in that man-made, or that natural-made bunker. I keep saying man-made. It's the complete opposite. And now he has a pitch shot out of the bunker. We have a flop shot from the back of the green here. This just needs to land near the hole, and I don't think it's possible for me to lose at that point. Beautiful shot here, guys. This is what we've been working up towards. We knew this was our tournament to really go in and attack. The game has been feeling great for the last couple tournaments. A little bit of an errant shot there coming out of the bunker for Xander. You don't want to see this guy choke after performing so well all day. So this to avoid his second bogey of the day. And really to remain in that hunt for second place. Beautiful putt there by Xander. Just drips it over the lip. So 21 under par. He still has that chance. And now us to get up the hill left to right here for our par. Yep, right in the heart. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to hole 18 of the Florida Classic at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. In the lead by 4 shots over Sam Burns. And we have given ourselves the best, most optimal chance at winning our first tour event.
Well, not really if you keep your wits about you. Just position
the
tee shot. You don't have to hit driver down here.
4 shots, 3 would be great, and we will be hoisting our first ever trophy.
It's only 120 yards left.
It hasn't been always pretty this season, and it might be at a fantasy course at a fantasy tournament. But this is our Honda Classic in the game. This is our Florida tournament. And we are moments away from getting our first victory ahead of Bay Hill for the Arnold Palmer Classic, which couldn't be better timing to heat up. Xander now with his tee ball. Another really good drive. I mean, in a way, you kind of feel for the guy. He's been hitting everything on the absolute button, right between the screws all day. Has missed a few very notable, very makeable putt. And more than one, like 4 or 5 that he could have easily been at further down in the numbers. Could have easily been 25 under. But in an attempt to finish second, he has thrown an absolute dart here to 6 feet. And we're going to try to stick one inside of him, so we have honors to win our first tournament. Down the hill, 60-degree wedge. This one seems to be on an okay line. It'll go past the pin, rip back. We have an up the hill putt for birdie to finish. I almost want to just miss this putt and attempt to finish out with my final putt of the day. All right, so we've given ourselves, I mean, not the best look at par.
Chance now.
But here we go. See if Xander can pipe this one in and go to 22 under par and finish at, I don't know what Sam's going to finish at. All right, well, he gives himself the best chance to finish.
It's a
beautiful day by
18.
Xander, but ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have been eagerly waiting, eagerly anticipating a par putt, even a bogey, even a double bogey to win our first ever PGA Tour event at the Florida Classic. Very fun event. We've played great all day. And there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. We have
And
made
that
it.
will right
We have
an
finally
end to
arisen the
round
top of the
here today.
leaderboard with a beautiful
Well, Frank, I guess we can
weekend
say
to win
hello
our
world.
first ever
It is a Sunday
tournament.
to remember
Oh,
our featured player,
Give ourselves a round of applause.
for the very
We
first
finally
time.
did it,
Let
ladies
the
and gentlemen.
celebrations ring in,
Let's
that's
go.
for sure, and let the career fully
And I gotta
ignite
admit,
and
it wasn't
start
easy.
the stratosphere.
Let's go. Our
So
first
that's a
ever
wrap
PGA
for
Tour
all
event
of us
win.
at EA Sports PGA
That's
Tour.
what's up. We
Thanks
did
for
it.
coming along. We'll see you
But
next
you heard
time.
the man as he closed up the beautiful weekend. We finally did it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a tournament that we have been looking forward to. It's a tournament that we knew on the scorecard, or sorry, on the schedule, that we could post a good score and potentially be in contention. We cleaned up the first 2 rounds, getting into the final grouping. We never left the final grouping. We were never not leading the tournament. And we have now officially qualified for the Arnold Palmer Invitational presented by MasterCard out at Bay Hill. We have won our first event. Guys, thank you so much. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And we'll be back for a very, very important tournament at one of the most beautiful, iconic courses at Bay Hill. But for now, that's all we got. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I look forward to tackling these next couple weeks. They're going to be fun. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye.